The RAWM Leviathan V4 was pretty popular a few months ago. A lot of people praised it, and some even consider it as the best mouse in 2025. I got curious, so a month ago, I decided to buy it to see if it's actually that good or not, and I was not disappointed at all. First, with the unboxing experience, apart from the mouse and the dongle, there's a really stiff braided cable for 8K pulling, some grip tapes. They're not great in my opinion because I find them too slippery, so I had to use my own custom grips, some documentation, and that's it. There isn't a spare set of skates that often comes with other Chinese mice, and the stock skates comes pre-installed, so I had to remove them to install these dot ones, which is a huge bummer because the stock skates were really good, so I wanted to keep them. Now to the good and bad parts of this mouse, starting with the good one. The build quality is insanely good, no creaking or flexing at all. This is really surprising to me because usually with Chinese mice, there's always a bit of flexing, but this one is built like a tank. RAWM actually posted a short disassembling this mouse, and inside there was some sort of support cage for the top shell, similar to the Viper V3 Pro, so I think that's why it feels so solid. About quality control, I have no issues at all. The scroll wheel feels nice, and the side buttons also feel great, not too much pre and post travel, and really spammable. The scroll wheel and side buttons are often my main complaints on Chinese mice, but this one absolutely nailed it. Take a listen. I also haven't experienced any sort of sensor hiccups or clicks not registering or anything like that. Everything is still working perfectly fine till now. About the weight, it's around 50 to 56 grams with stock skates and about 54 grams with dot skates. The weight balancing is also alright. While it's not too light by today's standards, since there are a lot of mice under 50 grams now, I still think it's decent enough. The coating on this white copy is pretty decent. It's somewhat rubberized, so it doesn't feel like bare plastic at all. It's not as grippy as my Death Adder V3 hyperspeed, but it does feel nicer to the hand. I do have some grips on the side, but I do that on almost all of the mice I own. The sensor is the PAL 3950 with dual 8K pulling. I only use it in 1K because I only have a 180Hz monitor and I want to save some battery life. The shape is rather similar to the Viper V3 Pro and it's pretty comfortable for me. The tapers on the side provide some support for my fingertip grip and they're not too pronounced like the Scyrox V8. Claw gripping would also be comfortable in my opinion, but I can't say the same for palm gripping. Overall, I don't have any complaints about the shape, and if you use claw grip, it's pretty good. Fingertip grip is also fine, but I think it's a little bit too big for me personally because my hand size is on the smaller side, which is 18 by 9 centimeters. The stock skates, like I said earlier, were really good. I don't have them on right now unfortunately, because I'm more used to dot skates now. But even compared to aftermarket skates, the stock ones were just as smooth and fast. They were only a bit slower than these J-Air dot skates. Now for the bad parts. Not gonna lie, all of these are just my personal pet peeves, and some of them aren't even that bad. They're just not great, so I put them in the sessions. Firstly, the main clicks. They're actually not bad at all. and I think 90% of you guys will notice this, but I still want to mention it. The switches are decent, but the click shells are rather thin, so they bend quite a lot when I put a lot of force into them. Most of the time, they're perfectly fine, but occasionally, when I'm committing heavily on my spray, which is when I put a lot of force into them, they make some small grinding sounds. Again, this is not significant at all, and after 1 month, I've only experienced this like once or twice. And also, this is not an issue if you click towards the end or right in the middle of the clicks. I use a fingertip grip, so I click towards the top, and the grinding only happens there. Secondly, the battery life on this one is a little bit weird, because sometimes it lasted for like 5 days on 1K pulling, but other times it lasted for like 10 days. Personally, I find it a little bit inconsistent, and on top of that, the fact that the software has a lot of options that can affect the battery life doesn't help. Speaking of which, thirdly, the software is not too bad, and it's also web-based, which is nice, but some settings are pretty confusing, like the wireless turbo and the key delay settings. And it doesn't have adjustable LOD. There's only 3 options, and they're not even in millimeters. They only say low, medium, and high. Lastly, this one is a little bit weird, and out of the 4 problems, this one is definitely the least significant. I don't think anyone in the gaming mouse community has ever experienced this before, and this is very likely a me problem, but I'm still gonna mention it nonetheless. Whenever I point the head of the mouse towards my ears, I can hear a faint, high-pitched sound coming from it, like a static noise or something like that. I suspect this is coming from the sensor, but I'm not too sure because I've never experienced this on any other mice that I've used. I don't think this affects anything, but if you know the science behind it, please let me know in the comments. In conclusion, the mouse is really good, and for the price, it's pretty unreal, not gonna lie. I got this for like 50 bucks, and it blew my mind in terms of build quality and quality control. If you use a claw grip, or if you're looking for something that is built like an absolute tank, or if you just need a good gaming mouse that is not too expensive, then I highly recommend this one. I don't think there's a mouse that can rival this one in this price range. The price can vary, depends on your location, but if you can get this for $50 to $60, I think it's an absolute steal.